What if I told you the greatest innovator in history never owned a smartphone, never attended a TED Talk, and never drank a single sip of green tea? Yet he created everything from absolutely nothing. That's not innovation. That's the ultimate power move. We're talking about the original creator, the one who made galaxies before breakfast and didn't even need a whiteboard. Today we're stealing, yes, stealing, his exact 5-step innovation blueprint. And it works whether you're building a startup, writing a book, or just trying to fix your Monday mornings. But here's the twist nobody sees coming. And trust me, it will flip everything you thought you knew about creativity. What if the biggest obstacle to your best ideas is the very fact that you're trying to come up with ideas? 5,000 years of human innovation, from Egyptian engineers to Silicon Valley founders, all share the same hidden pattern. Stick around. By the end of this video, you'll never look at a blank page the same way again. Step 1. See the void. Before God created, he looked at formless darkness, and instead of panicking, he saw a canvas. Most people look at empty space, an empty schedule, an empty notebook, an empty market, and feel fear. Innovators feel possibility. Johannes Gutenberg didn't invent the printing press by accident. He stared at a wine press and saw a knowledge machine. Seeing the void means asking, what is missing here? What problem is invisible because everyone's too busy looking at what already exists? Here is a secret. The messiest problems hold the greatest opportunities. Disorder is just unorganized potential. Practice seeing the void every single day. Walk into any room, any market, any conversation and ask, what is painfully absent here? This single question, what is missing, has launched more companies than any business school curriculum ever written. Step 1 complete. You don't fight the void, you claim it. Now, let's move to step 2. Step 2. Speak it into form. The creator didn't think the world into existence. He spoke it. Words are the oldest creative technology ever invented. The moment you write down an idea, truly commit it to paper, it stops being a daydream and becomes a declaration. Leonardo da Vinci filled over 13,000 pages of notebooks. Not because he had all the answers, but because writing forced his brain to make connections it couldn't make in silence. Speaking or writing your idea aloud forces your brain into commitment mode. It moves the idea from imagination to intention. Share your ideas with one trusted person before they're fully formed. Saying it out loud reveals the holes, and that's exactly what you need. Innovation dies in silence. Every great idea needs to be spoken, pitched, written, argued, and defended, even to yourself in the mirror. Start a daily habit. Every morning, speak one idea out loud. Not type it, not text it. Say it with your voice and listen to how it sounds. Words are your design tools. Use them boldly. Step 3 is where it gets counterintuitive. Step 3. Separate and organize. On day 2 of creation, God divided the waters. He didn't add more. He separated what was already there. Most innovators fail not because they lack ideas, but because they refuse to cut the bad ones. Ruthless editing is a creative superpower. Marie Curie's genius wasn't just discovery. It was her obsessive ability to isolate, separate, and identify exactly what she was looking at. Great ideas need structure, not just inspiration. Divide your concept into its smallest working parts. Then ask which parts matter most. The best startups in the world are built on separated clarity. One product, one audience, one problem. The chaos comes later. First, separate. Take your raw idea and split it into 3. What is it? Who is it for? What problem does it solve? These 3 separations reveal whether your idea is real or just exciting noise. Confusion and clarity start with the same material. One is simply organized, the other is not. Organization is not bureaucracy, it's respect for the idea. 3 steps down. Now we hit the one that separates the professionals from the dreamers. Step 4. Fill with living things. On days 3 through 6, God filled his creation with life. Things that move, grow, reproduce, and sustain each other. Your innovation is only alive if it touches people. Features don't make products succeed. Human connection does. Henry Ford didn't just build cars. He filled his idea with the living energy of workers, customers, roads, and cities. He made his innovation breathe. Ask, who are the people this idea must serve? What behaviors does it encourage? What new possibilities does it create for others? Innovations that survive become ecosystems, not just products. They create networks of people, habits, and dependencies that reinforce each other. Your minimum viable idea needs minimum viable life. At least one real person whose problem it solves, whose day it improves, whose world it changes. Partnership is a form of filling with life. Every great innovator eventually needed someone, a builder, a seller, a believer, to make the idea multiply. One step left, and this one, most people skip entirely. It's a step that makes everything else work, and it costs you nothing. Here's the plot twist nobody expected. Step 5 is rest. The creator rested on the seventh day. Not because he was tired, but because rest is part of the creative process. Here's what nobody tells you. Your best ideas don't come when you're working hardest. They come in the gap, the shower, the walk, the silence. Archimedes discovered displacement in a bath. Newton's gravity hid him under a tree. Einstein imagined riding a beam of light on a daydream. Rest is a laboratory. The most productive thing you can do for your best ideas is to stop chasing them. Rest isn't laziness. It's the incubator where raw material becomes genius. Step 5 is not just physical rest. It is mental surrender. You stop trying to control the outcome, and you let the work speak back to you. Great innovations are not born in sprint culture. They gestate. The printing press took decades. The iPhone took 30 years of prior computing and one defining rest. Build white space into your creative schedule. Intentional empty blocks where you are allowed to think without producing. This is not wasted time. This is the most important time. Stare at the problem, then walk away. Return the next day. The subconscious does not respect deadlines, but it always delivers. Isaac Newton had been working on gravity for years, and it took an idle afternoon under an apple tree for the answer to land. Literally, 5 steps, 5 principles older than civilization. And the last one is the one most people give away for free to anxiety, hustle culture, and endless scrolling. The innovator who rests is not lazy. They're strategic. They let the mind consolidate, connect, and create associations the busy mind can't reach. You are not built for constant output. You are built for creative rhythm, action, reflection, action again. That is the original design. Here is the master insight. These 5 steps are not linear. They are a cycle. Innovators loop back constantly. Rest leads to new voids. New voids lead to new words. The shocking truth is this. You were designed by the original creator to create. Innovation is not a skill you learn. It is an identity you remember. You don't need more tools, more apps, but more hustle. You need to start. See what's missing, say it out loud, sort through it, fill it with people, and then rest long enough to hear the answer. These 5 principles have stood for thousands of years because they are built into the architecture of creation itself. Not invented, discovered. Now here is your assignment. Right now, before this video ends, pull out a single piece of paper and write down, what void do you see in your world today? If this unlocks something in you, smash that ancient parchment bell so the algorithm gods smile upon us both. Next time we go deeper. Stay on this road. There is more ahead. You are not just a consumer of creation. You are a creator by design. Now go, see the void and begin.